good afternoon, Earthlings. Wherever you are and whatever you're up to today. I've been reading all about Jeremy Clarkson and Diddley Squat Farm. And although we don't subscribe to Amazon, I've seen the trailer, looks brilliant. And a very interesting article actually in the Daily Mail, oddly enough. Find myself reading that a little bit more every day. Basically about the fact that Jeremy has brought to the attention everybody the struggle and plight that farmers have.
I think it's brilliant. I've seen clips of it on YouTube. I haven't got the Amazon, is it?
No, yeah, you have to get out.
I would like to watch it.
I think I do subscribe to Amazon, but I've never been able to watch any of their shows. I think they take money. But anyway, I don't know anything about farming, do you?
No, they grow things and sell things and animals and
food,
crops.
Food.
Basically.
Now, as we all know, Jeremy's a controversial character. He's come under criticism in the past for having said or written various things about various people. But what he's doing is absolutely magnificent. I think it's brilliant that he's bringing to attention the financial struggles of running a farm. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get up at 4 or 5 in the morning and look after the animals till 10 o'clock at night and cows giving birth. I just couldn't do it. I can't imagine it. Could you?
No, I wouldn't mind keeping a few chickens for 3 eggs.
Yeah, but I mean a whole farm. I actually knew
a lot of work involved in a farm.
Yeah,
I don't care what anyone says.
Actually knew a guy years ago. It's terrible actually. He used to get tractors on credit and then sell them to farmers cheap. And he only had to do one tractor. It's awful. It's total fraud. But that's how expensive the equipment is on a farm. Combine harvesters, stuff like that. Phenomenally expensive. There's so many outgoings on a farm. You've got to feed the animals, right? The animals don't just feed themselves. There's a lot. So this Daily Mail article I'm reading, and it comes on to my pet hate subject of bots and troll farms. Normally on a Daily Mail article, unless it's about the royal family, there are very few comments. I don't know if any of you have noticed. Not many people comment. They're like, yeah, whatever. Whereas this article of Jeremy, there's a lot of comments. There's best rated and there's worst rated. And I was reading some of the worst rated and they're absolutely, well, they're moronic. They're cretinous of the highest order. Where do these people think food comes from? And their main beef with Jeremy seems to be that he wrote something about somebody that they didn't like. And so therefore he should cease to exist, not be on the TV, and they couldn't care less about farmers. That's the whole basis. So I just thought I'd read out something that I read on some random website once upon a time that says, our core purpose is, quite simply, to do good. We meet the moment by showing up, taking action and using our unparalleled spotlight to uplift and unite communities, both local and global, online and offline. Sounds marvellous, doesn't it? That's on Archwell website.
Sounds like bollocks to me.
That's on Archwell website. They want to show up, take action, using their unparalleled spotlight to uplift and unite communities. Well, isn't that what Jeremy's doing? He's actually showed up, he's bought a farm, he's making a TV show, he's highlighting the problems, he's got Roger Daltrey, who's a friend of his, who's in the same boat, lots of other farmers. He's showed up, he's helping communities, he wants to sell his produce to members of the public. Isn't that all a good thing? I would have thought Archwell, well, I'm sure Archwell will applaud him. Now, I'm not suggesting for a moment that any of these people are anything to do with her, but they do seem to be supporters somewhat of her. Because when I go to the comments on the article, which applauds Jeremy Clarkson and says, you know, he's doing a great job, one of these comments that presumably is in support of Meghan Markle says he should be prosecuted for hate crimes. Right? What the hell's that got to do with highlighting the plight of farmers? Was a totally biased report. Clarkson is totally up himself. Clarkson is an utter twit. How people can watch it is beyond me. He has no idea what he's doing. And it goes on and on and on. Now, the top-rated comment, which I think is brilliant, says, Clarkson has done more to highlight the plight of farmers than anybody else ever has. And I agree. He's at least got the conversation going. shining a light through his lens. Okay, he's actually doing something productive and good. But one of these knobheads, and there's no other word for it, in reply to that excellent comment that Jeremy's doing a great job, says, "The plight of millionaires, poor millionaire landowners, what a tough life they lead."
That's sarcasm.
What kind of a moron writes that and thinking that all farmers are millionaires and that they have an easy life? They don't actually get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work right through into the night. No, they're not looking after the welfare of not only their crops but all their animals. It's an easy life. Oh, we should buy a farm, Graham. Apparently that's easy street, according to these commenters. Now, I believe these people are from a troll farm or a bot farm. Guess what bots don't need? What don't bots need?
Food and water.
Food. Oh, they don't like water. I want to spill water on them and rip their little batteries out. I hate these bots. They are the scourge of the internet. And somebody's paying these bots to say all this shit about Jeremy, all on the basis that he wrote something about somebody that they didn't like. So therefore, he can go to Blazes and so can all the farmers, and they couldn't care less where the food comes from that's on their little dinner plate that they probably pop in the microwave. Well, I just thought I'd highlight that as one example. I mean, I don't know who pays for these things, but I would imagine the budget's getting tighter and tighter and tighter by the day. I mean, there's troll farms slagging William off, troll farms slagging Catherine off, troll farms slagging Piers Morgan off. Now,
people
Jeremy.
People fall for it. They think that that's what the public, actually, their opinion.
And look who's just fallen victim to that big mistake of following social media bots and troll farms, which are being paid by God knows who, maybe enemy states, and thinking, this is what the public want. Nicola Sturgeon, I do believe, has just fallen victim to that, as did Jacinda Ardern. I believe that these politicians get their advice and their polls from social media. And they believe a lot of these moronic comments and they think that's what the public want. And that is their cost, isn't it? I think Nicola has just discovered, maybe the public didn't want what they were saying on social media. Perhaps they were people who live in another economy who earned that $1 a week.
It's called being led down the garden path.
Yes, or the emperor's clothes. And how long have we all been saying the emperor is not wearing any clothes? Or what the hell is everybody talking about? I also see that apparently some TikTok sleuths are helping solve the mystery of this missing lady because apparently the police didn't search a bench.
Inept, apparently.
It's almost as if the police and a lot of politicians and a lot of people who are better than us at making decisions about our lives have been watching Facebook and Twitter and thinking that what these bot farms and troll farms say is actually public opinion.
They've not gone about it very well, have they? Very cleverly, the Lancashire police.
Well, I mean, I haven't
told everybody to stay away. It's a matter for the police, and they haven't done anything.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really looked into that case. I just saw that, and I know there are YouTubers out there. There's a couple, 6 YouTubers. They have one channel, and they go and they look for missing people, and they found loads of dead bodies, loads where the police.
Woman goes missing, right? And she either fell in the river, right, or she was abducted, or she ran off with the milkman. I mean, what are the other options? Abducted by aliens is included in the abduction, you know. And she had a dog. She was walking a dog. Now, if she'd have walked off, the dog would have gone with her, wouldn't it? But it didn't. So she must have got in a vehicle or a spaceship. Okay.
Well, these TikTokers apparently have found a glove, and the police are going to give a statement. It's just like, I'm telling you, bots are messing with us. Who is in control of these bots? And there are bots out there being paid by politicians, being paid by enemy states, of that I'm certain, and being paid by celebrities. And they are mind-bending people. They are influencing. A lot of us are under their influence, and this is a dangerous, dangerous thing.
And when the police just get all their information from Facebook and Twitter,
well, in a way, I
and
can
not
understand
go
that.
around looking.
No, I can understand that. I think that
there's a lot of intelligence to be gleaned.
There is, and that is a good thing. But I mean,
you've got to do other things as well.
When I just hear lunacy going on, I mean, bots don't have genders for a start. They don't care about genders. They don't understand genders. And what has been a big topic messing with human beings and getting human beings fighting with each other. Oh, genders. Now we're on to our food supply, farming. Bots don't care about that, and neither do celebrities that pay them. They just care about being popular. And for ages, we've been looking for local farming shops, haven't we? So we can buy directly from our local farmers.
I think it'd be a brilliant idea if the farmer could have a shop and sell his own stuff.
Yeah.
And he can sell all his excess to the supermarkets miles away.
Yes, I mean, I would
So
go
why
out
can't
my
you
way.
buy directly from the farmer?
Or delivery in this day and age with apps. It's just such a shame that the farmer and us, the consumer, cannot be married up. What's going wrong in between? Anyway, I'll watch with fascination to see what Jeremy shines a light through his lens. And well done, Jeremy Clarkson. Well done. Bloody marvellous.
Yeah. I like Jeremy Clarkson.
I do.
He's very childish. But that's part of his appeal, isn't it? He's quite funny in a very basic way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he can be a bit shocking at times.
I'm not
He can
always
step
into
over
him.
the mark a little bit too much, but he's quick to back off and go, okay, I'm sorry.
But I have often thought of how farmers struggle and our food supply chain. I think that a lot of that's taken for granted. And if people don't wake up and stop listening to these bots and troll farms, someone working in a troll farm, earning $1 a week, they don't care. They just want their dollar. They will say whatever they are paid to say.
Cash for hits.
Who is paying the troll farms and the bot farms? That's a question politicians should be looking at and finding out what the hell is going on. As always,
they're too busy grooming the public, aren't they? The politicians.
I don't think they are.
So they can make
I
money.
don't think they are. Someone else is in control. These big tech companies, they are in control, and it's a dangerous situation. It's not. You can buy thousands of bots, thousands of them, really cheaply.
You can buy politicians as well. You just
No.
become a donor to the party.
It's much cheaper, can't you see, to buy bots than pay off a politician.
Yeah.
You can buy 5,000 bots for about €10.
I know you can get something like 10,000 new subscribers on your channel for a tenner or something, 20 quid.
Yeah.
You send off to someone in Liberia.
Well, that's against YouTube law, but why is that not illegal in the real world? That's what I'm saying. Why are politicians not looking into who's controlling us? As always, thoughts, opinions, of which I'm sure there'll be many. I'm still working my way through the comments on the other video. Thank you very much for listening.